The snow hack for late spring. Why your growing season is actually shorter. Most gardeners think a late spring snow only delays planting by a day or two. It doesn't. In many gardens, it quietly steals 2 to 3 weeks from the growing season, even after the snow has completely melted. That's because the real problem isn't the snow you can see, it's the cold, inactive soil hiding underneath. Plant into that soil too soon, and your vegetables stop growing before they've even had a chance to begin. One habit completely changed the way I handle late springs. Instead of checking the weather forecast every morning, I started checking the soil itself. I use a soil moisture meter that also measures soil temperature, moisture, and light levels, and it's amazing how often the soil tells a different story than the air. I'll leave the exact one I use in the description if you want to check it out. It has saved me from planting into cold ground more times than I can count. If you're serious about growing food instead of gambling with spring weather, subscribe because we focus on techniques that work in real gardens. The snow melts long before your soil recovers. One sunny afternoon is enough to fool almost anyone. The snow disappears, birds return, and the air suddenly feels like spring. So gardeners rush outside with tomato seedlings, peppers, cucumbers, and beans. Then nothing happens. For the next 2 weeks, the plants barely grow. Leaves stay small. Roots remain inactive. Some seedlings even turn purple because phosphorus becomes difficult to absorb in cold soil. Many people assume they need more fertilizer. They don't. The roots simply can't function efficiently in cold ground. Soil temperature controls your growing season. I've tested this repeatedly in raised beds and traditional garden rows. Tomatoes planted into soil below about 60 degrees Fahrenheit often spend weeks recovering instead of growing. The exact same variety planted later into warmer soil quickly catches up and frequently produces fruit first. That's the part many gardeners never expect. Earlier planting doesn't automatically mean earlier harvests. Healthy roots always beat early dates. Here's the snow hack that changes everything. Instead of trying to melt every patch of snow, focus on warming the soil beneath it. As soon as the ground is workable, cover future planting beds with black plastic, landscape fabric, or even dark-colored tarps for several sunny days. The dark surface absorbs solar energy and transfers that heat into the soil much faster than exposed ground. In raised beds, this simple step often raises soil temperature several degrees before planting. Remove the covering once you're ready to transplant so water and air can move normally again. It's a simple technique, but it shortens the recovery period after late snow far more effectively than simply waiting. Moisture can secretly delay spring even longer. Melting snow leaves behind saturated soil. That's another reason vegetables struggle after late storms. Waterlogged soil contains less oxygen, and roots need oxygen just as much as they need water. Until excess moisture drains away, plants remain under stress even if daytime temperatures are ideal. This is why raised beds usually recover faster than low garden areas. Better drainage allows soil to warm more quickly while supplying roots with enough oxygen to become active again. If your garden stays wet after snow, resist the temptation to plant anyway. Waiting a few extra days usually saves weeks of recovery later. Every garden melts at its own pace. One lesson that surprised me was how differently nearby gardens behave. A raised bed beside a south-facing fence may become ready nearly 2 weeks before another bed shaded by trees. Heavy clay soil often stays cold much longer than sandy soil. Dark mulch absorbs sunlight while uncovered ground reflects much of it. These differences create completely different planting windows, even within the same backyard. That's why copying your neighbor's planting date often leads to disappointment. Your soil has its own schedule. Don't confuse surviving with growing. Plants are remarkably tough. A tomato can survive cold soil for quite a while. But surviving isn't the same as thriving. A vegetable that spends 3 weeks stalled is quietly shortening its productive season. It has less time to build roots, produce flowers, and mature fruit before summer heat or autumn frost arrives. That's the real cost of planting too early after late snow. You aren't gaining extra growing time. You're losing valuable weeks of active growth. Let your soil tell you when spring actually starts. The healthiest gardens don't follow the calendar. They follow conditions. When soil temperatures stabilize, moisture reaches a healthy balance, earthworms become active, and nighttime temperatures stop crashing, that's when your growing season truly begins. Everything planted before those signals is simply waiting. Everything planted after them is actually growing. That's a difference every serious gardener should understand. Late spring snow isn't something to fear. It's simply a reminder that your soil decides the season, not the calendar, not the weather app, and certainly not the date printed on a seed packet. If you found this helpful, subscribe to FarmLogic for more practical gardening techniques based on soil science, plant biology, and real growing experience. Share this video with another gardener who's frustrated by late snow every spring. Sometimes bigger harvests don't come from planting earlier, they come from planting smarter.